I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason. The Telephori are wreaking havoc and destruction in the southeastern parts of Thanalan. With Lunar Bahamut commanding the forces, the Tempered Legions are burning everything to the ground. Well, they might have a dragon, but we have a Tiamat. And any excuse to beat up a Bahamut clone and the Imperials, tempered or not, is good enough for me. I feel like Lunar Bahamut versus Tiamat would be something that would be purchasable on pay-per-view. Anyone have their mother's credit card that I can borrow for 3 minutes? I will definitely not be using this to renew my Netflix. Time to learn about Paglth'an. Simplified. If you're using the GG support system, I'd recommend single pulling this dungeon. Head forward into the canyon. Imperials will come around the corner, which you'll need to pick up and continue around the corner to the next pack of Imperials. You'll need to make sure that the lone caster mob is with the rest of the group, as it will still attack from a distance. The Wyvern will cast a Conal AoE behind it with the cast of Plague Swipe, which will give you an Assunerable Poison debuff if you get hit by it. Kill everything. After a short time, the wall will crumble and the Teledragon will join the fight. The Teledragon will cast Engulfing Flames, which is a Conal AoE towards a random party member. In the next section, grab the Dragons and Imperials and continue through the canyon until you reach the artillery at the end of the path. There will be several mobs that will cast Conal AoEs in this pool, so dodge out of them as best you can. When everything has been defeated, the Kobold will operate the cannon and blast down the wall, allowing you to proceed. First boss time. Critical Rip is a tank buster. Mhuluk will jump to one side of the arena and cast the Lightning Bolt. This will target every player and several poles around the arena with a medium-sized circular AoE. It will also give every player the debuff of Lightning Rod. Players will need to run into a pole on the outside, which will transfer the Lightning AoE and the debuff of Lightning Rod from the player to the pole. When the cast of Lightning Bolt ends, it will fire all of the circular AoEs. Anyone caught in an AoE or still has one attached to them will get a stack of lightning resistance down, which acts like a massive Vuln stack. This is followed by Electric Burst, which is a room-wide AoE. The cast of Thundercore will put several electric orbs around the arena, with one of them being much larger than the rest. These orbs will be in front or between the poles around the arena and emit an electric shock in an AoE around where they are. Getting hit by any of these electric AoEs will give you a Vuln stack. Keep these in mind for later. Wide Blaster will be a wide Conal AoE in the direction of a random party member. Just dodge to the side of the boss to avoid this AoE. Following this AoE will be the quick cast of Spike Flare, which will be a narrow Conal AoE behind it in the direction it's facing. Getting hit by either of these Conal AoEs will give you a Vuln stack. There will be another cast of Lightning Bolt while the Thundercore orbs are still in the arena. There are 4 safe poles around the arena, so try to locate one that doesn't have a small orb in front of it or a larger orb beside it. If you can't find a safe pole, you're better off getting hit by an AoE from an orb than by a Lightning Bolt AoE. From here, mechanics will begin to repeat until Mhuluk has been defeated. Exit out of the boss room and follow the path down to the right. Pick up the group of tempered enemies and turn left to the next group of enemies where Lucia and Amaric will be fighting. The Magitech Cannon from the Reaper will be a small AoE underneath whoever has the aggro, and the cast of Fall of Man from the Brobinyak will be a small AoE underneath random party members, but this one will give you an Assunerable Poison dot tick if you get hit by it. Tanks, you'll need to watch out for the Reaper as its auto attacks will cleave, so try and face the enemies away from the party as much as possible. When everything has been defeated, the Barrier of Fire will crumble. Head down the incline and pick up the Sky Armor and the Reaper. Tiamat will appear and create a blue straight line hollow AoE through where you are running. This hit will take about 80% of the health of the enemies in this AoE, and don't worry, it won't affect you. Head forward through the burning village and there will be 2 more dragons. When you approach them, Tiamat will land next to you. The dragons will cast Frost Breath, which is a wide Conal AoE, and Sheet of Ice, which is a small point-blank AoE underneath a random player. Tiamat will cast Engulfing Flames, which will be a blue Conal AoE. This will remove about 40% of the health of the dragons caught in this AoE. And again, don't worry, it won't affect you. When everything has been defeated, the barrier will drop and you can head around the corner to the left to the second boss. After you pull the 5 enemies in the middle, 2 of the cannons on the far side of the arena will start glowing. In a few seconds, these will fire in a straight line AoE across the arena. You'll need to make your way in front of the cannon that won't be firing to be safe from this mechanic. If you get hit by a cannon's beam, you'll get a Vuln stack. This will continue happening, so you'll need to keep constantly moving around the arena while you defeat the adds. The arena will cycle through these mechanics. A large AoE will be fired upon the arena, targeting a random party member. You'll just need to get out of this to avoid the Vuln stack that this will give if you get hit by it. There will be missiles that will appear in groups of 3 and slowly begin to move across the arena. Just move behind them when they go past to dodge the rest of the missiles. If you get hit by one of these, it will give you a Vuln stack. There will also be a knockback from the middle of the arena. You'll need to position yourself to be knocked towards the safe zone, or you can make sure that you don't move with knockback immunity. In regards to the adds, the Predators will cast Magitech Claw, which is a mini tank buster. As you are defeating the first set of adds, more adds will jump the barrier. When all the adds have been defeated, all mechanics will stop and there will be a jump pad that will appear to take you up to the Magitech core. You'll need to burst this down as fast as you can. It will continuously cast a room-wide AoE called Defensive Reaction until you get it down down below 50%. This is where it will become untargetable, stop all mechanics, and send you back down. When you land, 2 Sky Armor and a Colossus will land with you along with some soldiers. The Sky Armors will cast Ether Shot, which is a medium-sized point-blank AoE below random party members. These will give you a Vuln stack if you get hit by them. And the Colossus will cast Exhaust, which is a straight-line AoE directed towards a random party member. This will give you a Vuln stack and a knockback if you get hit by it, although the knockback can be negated by knockback immunity. The cannons will continue to fire, so make sure that you're dodging into the appropriate safe zones. As you are defeating these enemies, more will jump the barrier. When these enemies have been defeated, you'll be launched up to the Magitech core again, and you'll remain up here until you defeat it or it defeats you with its room-wide AoEs. Head through the now broken cannons and into the valley. There will be 2 soldiers, a dragon, and a predator. The dragon will cast Sheet of Ice and Frost Breath like the ones from earlier in the dungeon, and the predator will cast Magitech Missiles, which is a mini tank buster. When all 4 enemies have been defeated, Tiamat will call upon 4 small dragons. These will hover over the end of the cliff and all be interactable. Each player will need to interact with the dragon to be taken over the field to the next part of the dungeon. Pull the 2 Sky Armors, the Vanguard, and the Teledragon and head around the corner to the next pack. As you approach the next pack, the final boss will appear untargetable behind everything and cast a straight line AoE through the middle of the area. Get out of this quickly to avoid the massive hit that this will give if you get hit by it. The Teledragon will cast Thunderous Breath, which is a wide conal AoE directed towards a random party member. And the Armored Teledragon will cast Tortoise Stomp, which is a circular point-blank AoE around itself. Tiamat will also cast Flamosphere, which is a small AoE directed towards random enemies. This won't affect you, but it will severely damage the enemies. When everything has been defeated, it's final boss time. Twisted Scream is a room-wide AoE. This will also spawn in 2 sets of spikes that will appear with small AoEs. These will move down the arena in opposite directions, spawning in 4 spikes, one at a time. If you are in an AoE when it hits, it will push you away slightly. These spikes will explode in a medium-sized AoE after they spawn in, so it's best to get to the opposite side of the arena from the 2 sets of spikes. You will get a Vuln stack per bursting AoE that you get hit by. As these are exploding, one player will get a conal AoE directed towards them with the cast of Perigean Breath. Just move out of it to avoid the Vuln stack that this will give if you get hit by it. Arkmorn is a multi-hit stack marker. Group up and stay grouped up until all of the hits of the stack marker have gone off. The cast of Mega Flare will put red markers above everyone's head. You'll not only need to spread out as these do cleave, but also because when they go off, they will leave a lingering AoE where you drop them, which will explode after a few seconds. If you are still in this lingering AoE when it goes off, you'll get hit with a Vuln stack. There will be another Twisted Scream with the spikes on the outside part of the arena, but Bahamut will fly up from the arena and reappear on a side where the spikes won't be and start casting Mega Flare Dive. The easiest way to not get hit by anything is to stand where the last spike spawned in for either side. Then, as Bahamut flies past with Mega Flare Dive, you can move into the middle of the arena and dodge the rest of the exploding spikes. Khan Rai will put a swirling purple marker above a random party member's head. This player will need to move away from the rest of the party as they will also have a short cross AoE at their feet. When this cast finishes, there will be a sustained pulsing multi-hitting AoE where this player is that will radiate out in the cross AoE. This player will need to quickly move away from the AoE or risk being deleted after only a few hits. The cast of Lunar Flare will create multiple circles on the ground. These circles will begin to shrink. There will be one of 2 patterns for this. In the beginning, if you see a large circle in the middle, the safe zones will be out towards the wall. And if you don't see this large circle in the middle, the safe zone will be in the direct center of the arena. Just try your best and dodge into a safe zone as quickly as you can. You'll get a Vuln stack for every AoE that you get hit by if you fail to make it to a safe zone. Giga Flare is a hard-hitting room-wide AoE. There will be another Arkmorn and another Twisted Scream, but this Twisted Scream will have 3 sets of spikes instead of 2. You'll just need to stand where one of the last spikes will spawn in and move into the adjacent first spike as it goes off to dodge the rest of the exploding AoEs. Then there will be another Lunar Flare followed by 2 people getting Khan Rai. While these are going off, Bahamut will cast Flatten, which is a tank buster. From here, mechanics will repeat until Lunar Bahamut has been defeated. Congratulations, you have completed Paglth'an. My name is Scrub. Thank you for watching.